vlogging today because if I don't hold myself accountable for doing these things and publish myself doing something, then I won't do anything, and I'll spend my Sunday doing nothing but eating cake and probably watching YouTube videos. So we are going to vlog. I have a lot to do, and last time I vlogged my to-do list, it really helped me actually get it done. So here we are, busy Sunday, I need to get on with it. So I've got a few really important things that I actually need to get done today. One of them is email a lovely lady who is sorting a logo for me, which is very exciting because I'm just incapable of doing it myself and she's really talented. So yes, I need to email her with some feedback, which is super exciting. I also need to send a good friend who is also an artist of mine. I need to send her a brief because we're going to start playing around with some ideas for the One Road In cover. I don't actually know if it's going to be called One Road In by the time I publish it, but we'll see. That's kind of a working title and that's what I'm sticking with because I've called it that for the last year, so it's that for now. I also need to buy a printer because I don't have one, and I need to buy one so I can print off One Road In and then yeah, go through it with pens rather than staring at my screen because I'm really struggling with computer screens at the minute. Yeah, but before I do any of that, my good friend Orla has just put the playlist live for the AuthorTube audiobook anthology volume 2, so I need to sit down and watch some of that. Absolutely loved this anthology sort of collaboration that Orla did last time around, so I'm so excited to see all of the stories everyone's written, and I'm going to start off with my good friend Bethany. I have to excuse my incredibly dirty screen, but I'll be back in a bit.
Again, sputtering and flashing overhead. She slammed the book shut. What is it now?
Diary, 31st of December. It's New Year's Eve and I have only one resolution this year. Bring a man home to meet my parents.
Okay, so I have watched most of the stories now for All Our Hearts anthology and I really enjoyed them. Just as awesome as the first time round. I think my favourite thing about doing anything like this with other authortubers and other writers is that you can all be given the same kind of stimulus, the same theme, and come up with such drastically different things. There's some romance in there, there's sci-fi, there's horror, there's literally a bit of everything. I really urge you to go and check it out. I'll put the description to put the link to the playlist in my description below and in the cards, so absolutely go check that out. And also, of course, check out Orla's channel. I don't know when she's planning to run the next one, but if it's something that you want to get involved in and you're a writer, or you're not a writer, literally doesn't matter, then hit her up on Instagram because yeah, it's awesome fun and you just get to see loads of other authors' work, which is just amazing. Next up on the list is to actually order a printer, which I'm going to do really quickly, and then I need to sort out my brief to send over to my artist friend who is going to design some stuff for One Road In for me. Okay, so brief is done, emailed for the logo, watched loads of Orla's videos. I need to watch a few more, but I'm nearly there. And next on the list, I think I'm going to read some beta reading stuff that I'm doing, and then on to actually doing some writing for myself. Who knew? Okay, something I've wanted to do for a while actually, and I keep putting off. I don't know why I keep putting it off, I just do, is doing a quick bit of a January book haul. I don't tend to go in for book hauls, mostly because I don't buy enough books in a month to warrant doing a haul, and I don't really like buying a huge amount of books at once. I think it's a little bit wasteful and I tend to not read them as soon as I get them, so there's not really much point in buying like 20 books or something and then just having loads more books and having to house them somewhere until I can read them. But this month I have a few obviously from Christmas that I've not read yet. I have another one I've been gifted, and I've had a few that have been on my radar, so I just bought them, and I think I have maybe 8 or 9 in total, so it's not huge, it's a bit of a mini haul, and I thought I would just share them with you because they kind of make up my TBR for maybe the next couple of months, maybe? I don't know, it depends how quickly I read. But yeah, thought I'd go through them. Okay, the first book I have is Battle Royale, which is by Kushan Kami. It is a translation, obviously. I cannot speak Japanese, as amazing as that would be. And I'm already like approaching the halfway mark. It's a pretty big book. I'd say I'm not really very good at reading massive books, so this is definitely one of the bigger ones I will have read. So far I am thoroughly enjoying it. I'm reading it as part of the Burned Book Club's book club. Yes, that. It's a dystopian book club run by book browsing blog, so that's Maddie and Spookyhole. And this is the January and February read, probably because it's massive. Yeah, I hadn't really heard of it until the book club, so I'm really glad that I just sort of took a punt and joined the club. It's just a Discord channel and a Twitter account, but it's really cool. It's definitely, I think if it keeps going the way it's going to be in probably my top 10 books of all time. It is insanely good. Very, very, very violent. So if you're not into that, don't read it, but it is really good fun. I've got a couple of books that I got for Christmas. So the first one I got from my brother. He is a massive Ali Smith fan and has badgered me probably for years now to read some Ali Smith, and I never have. So he bought me How to Be Both by Ali Smith. Really looking forward to reading this. It'll definitely be in the next couple of months. And I have quite literally no idea what it's about or what this author's style of writing is like. So going in completely blind. Next up is something very, very different. This is The Final Empire by Brandon Sanderson, so it's the Mistborn book one. I'm sure the majority of people watching this video have probably already read this and you're like, God, you're only just getting to this book, but I don't really read fantasy. I read books that have elements of fantasy. Like I love Neil Gaiman, so you know, I do read fantasy. I just don't tend to go in for like the higher kind of fantasy. And I wanted to give it a go this year and read a broader set of genres rather than just sticking to horror and thriller and like contemporary, because that's really what I normally stick to. So yeah, I'm gonna give this a go. Loads of you recommended this to me. I think Kent was probably the first one to recommend it, so this is on you, Kent. If I don't like it, then it's your fault. But I'm really looking forward to giving this a go. Again, it's another chunky one. I think I'm just gonna have to get over my fear of chunky books. The next book is another one I got for Christmas. It's absolutely not a chunky book, but it's really cool. This is Leave the World Behind by Rumaan Alam. I believe it is a thriller, but it's more of a like contemporary thriller, like literary thriller rather than kind of stereotypical thriller, I suppose. I'm not gonna lie, I saw the cover of this and was sold and I just wanted it, so it went straight on my Christmas list. It's not massively long. I think I may go for this once I've finished Battle Royale, just because it is quite short and I feel like I might need a change of pace, but we'll see. I'm really excited to read this though. The next book I picked up myself. This is the Ghosts by the Sea anthology, and it's written by the Write by the Sea book club in my hometown, and it's basically a collection of short stories and kind of ghost stories all set in the area I live in, so I thought that looked really cool. I know that the club have worked really, really hard on the book, so I absolutely wanted to pick it up, and I will be reading that at some point in the next couple of months. The next book I picked up for myself with some vouchers from Christmas, so it's kind of a Christmas present, but like not, and that is The Cemetery Boys by Aidan Thomas. And I've heard so many booktubers talk about this book and I still haven't read it, so I need to get on it and I want to read it, and it's their debut, and they've got another book coming out this year, which I think is like a retelling of Peter Pan, so that looks really cool too. If I like this one, I will absolutely be picking that one up too. The last book that I picked up myself is another one that I've had my eye on for a while. I think it came out in paperback this month, maybe, in the UK at least, and that is Burn Our Bodies Down by Rory Power. I've heard really mixed reviews about this so far, though I did watch a fair few reviews for Wilder Girls that weren't blown away by it, and I adored that book, so I'm hoping it's good. I'm hoping that it's not how a lot of the reviews are saying it is, but I'm excited for it, and the cover is stunning. As is the cover for Wilder Girls, actually. Yeah, I will be probably doing a review for this one when I get around to reading it. The last book I have was actually posted to me by my brother because I really offhandedly made a comment about wanting to read more poetry. And I kind of do, like I want to make it a bit of a thing of 2021 maybe, to try and read a poem a day. I've got a couple of poetry books that I've kind of dabbled in and have never really properly consumed. So I want to make an effort this year to read those. I guess it's the same sort of resolution as reading a wider genre, but like a range of genres rather than sticking to horror and thriller. So yeah, he sent me James Reeves' The Modern Poet's World, which I thought was very sweet. He didn't tell me he was going to do it, so it just sort of arrived. And it's super old and smells a bit funny, so that's good. So that is the mini book haul. It's not actually that mini, but it's not that big. It's only like, yeah, eight books. And technically, one I will be reading a little bit of now and then, so it kind of doesn't really count. Yeah, we'll take it. A minute to appreciate my incredibly old lady notepad. I don't remember where I got this from. Look at that. Yeah. It really suits the idea of the novel, so that's fine. We'll go with it. Writing done. I've still got a bit of beta reading to do, and then I think I'm about done for the day, to be honest. Kind of just want to watch some anime and chill out and maybe read this super gruesome book some more. Yeah, I really need to get back in the zone with One Road In and work out what I'm doing, and I think the first step to doing that is getting this printer and printing out what I've got. Draft 3 I think we're on. I need to print it out. I can't keep staring at the screen. I find handwriting is really great for kind of like refreshing what I'm thinking and what I'm doing. So I'm really hoping that having One Road In front of me on paper will be better than having it on the screen. We can hope. The plan is, over the next 6 weeks, draft 4 will be done. So it's basically edits, not really drafting, not mad. And then, yeah, get it out to beta readers. So I guess this is an official call out in a vlog. Doesn't feel very official, but I'm going to do it anyway. If anyone out there is interested in reading it's going to be around 80 to 85,000 words, so not super long. Horror, supernatural, thriller. Hit me up, let me know. I would love to talk to you. To give you a little hint, the taster about what it's about, essentially a girl's brother goes missing, and 5 years later he reappears. Essentially, in a nutshell, she knows more than she is letting on about his disappearance, and she has to make the decision between hiding the fact that she knows anything, because he comes back basically with no memory of what happened. So does she hide what she knows and swallow that and live with that for the rest of her life, or does she face up to the fact that she knows a lot more about what happened to him, and does she sit by and watch as it could potentially happen again? So yeah, if that feels like your kind of jam, let me know. So that's it for today's video. I think I was actually kind of productive-ish for a Sunday. We'll call it kind of semi-productive. I have also just realised that Sam Netball is now on YouTube, on Sky's channel, so I'm probably just gonna go and spend the rest of my day watching that and drinking tea. So I hope you enjoyed watching my rambly semi-productive mess. If you did, please do like this video and please subscribe to my channel and stick around, because One Road In is coming, Twisted 10 is coming, and an unnamed thing that's in this really hideous notepad is also coming, and I'm really excited to share it with you. Cool, thanks, bye!